There's an oozing secret hidden inside this cow's hoof, and in this video, we are going to open it up. This is the Hoof GP.
Back right foot that's giving her the issue. That dew claw needs a trim as well. Brazil, who works here, has just told me he's given her Metacam, which is an anti-inflammatory pain medication for them. It's not just the fact that it relieves pain. It's not just the fact that it relieves pain, it's the fact that it gets the cows walking again. So anything that's wrong inside that foot increases the flow because she's using the foot, and the flow is full of white platelets which help to fight any sort of infection. And as Craigie Boy and Derricky Werricky lift these back feet, we're hoping there's something we can do about this foot. It's nothing obvious. It's nothing obvious, is
No, nothing. Must be something inside.
That is a handsome man, that, isn't it? Look, he's a good looking man. Hopefully it'll become obvious as we start trimming her, because she is clearly very lame and she's got no swelling on her ankles or on her legs or anything like that, so hopefully it'll become obvious. My biggest help here is the grinder cleaning off the base of both of these feet, so that hopefully I can get a look and something obvious begins to come to the surface. I am seeing a couple of little things. This white line here, this little crack could be a problem, and this one here. I'm hoping that this is the issue, because this is far more likely to lead to something seriously untoward. Right, we'll get the knife out, we're going to model out both soles, which is what we do to alleviate the pain, away from that typical sole ulcer site, which is the main problem cows get, and hopefully something else will come to light. That's step 3 in the Dutch method, by the way. Hope you're following. So we're just going to model this out. Nice razor sharp knives. Trim away this inner claw. We do a little bit less modelling out on this inside claw because they get less problems there. Right, that's step 1, 2 and 3 done, and now step 4, which is where you look for problems. Hopefully find one. Okay, so here we're going to hope that this is the issue. So we're just going to trim this back. Reduce the entire size of our heel, because I'm fairly confident that even if this doesn't come to anything incredible, that is the source of our pain. A lot of you will be wondering. Brazil will try to dodge the camera there. I need to be really careful here though. See this dark spot up here as well? I won't lie, I'm hoping and praying that that little dark spot right on a white line explodes. The black bit sort of disappeared, but I'm just convinced that this is the problem. All of that hemorrhaging in there is just such a bad sign. Right, I think what we're going to do is we've got quite a bit more to do here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get a blocking position on that inside claw, so we've got plenty of time to just completely cure. I'm putting a blocking position right now because I know it's not going to be in my way. I'm working on the outside edge of the claw, and it's better that the block has plenty of time to cure. It's hard for you to see, but you can actually see it's weeping from there. You just see a little tiny bit of coming out. You see that? Yeah. So we're just going to hopefully open this up a little bit more and see if we can get a real source of pressure, because this cow is very lame. So I think what we found so far just doesn't really cut the mustard when it comes to how lame she is. Oh. Why is it not coming? I'm scared. You know that way you don't want to go too far, but I'm so sure. There we go. Trying to think, like, do I come down the way, do I go up the way? Just constantly trying to understand what you can't see. Here we go. Here we go. I think if I just try and lift that away. These trims really do need to be incredibly precise. Obviously we want to treat cows at the earliest possible opportunity, but in cases like this, they haven't fully developed, and that makes them even trickier to trim. The foot's actually soaking now, isn't it? Look. Oh. Aha, Brazil, look. I should put my glove back on, shouldn't I? I know a guy that cut his hand quite badly with a knife once. Just trying to thin out this as much as possible because I still don't know what's attached and what's not. A lot of times these would just come to a cavity and you could peel the entire sole away, but with this cow that just doesn't seem to be happening, which is why I struggled to find it in the first place. And that is her corium. We can basically see now. So if I start working around here, I now know that she's got a problem up at her coronet, which is that bit right at the top. So I know that this bit here must be unattached. Unattached? Detached. I keep getting muck on my knife, which is really annoying me, but I am getting through this trim, and that is giving me hope. This one is shaping up nicely. Until... oh, there we go. Oh, all of that. Look at that. Now you can see it coming out the top and the bottom now. So clearly those two link, don't they? I'm going to thin out her wall horn using the grinder. This is an incredibly delicate task. One kick from the cow, and I'll make a huge mistake. Cow's feet like this are incredibly difficult to trim. The sole hasn't fully detached from the corium, but it is well on its way and it needs to be removed because all that's going to happen is it's going to get worse and worse and worse. But separating one material from the other is extremely difficult when it's so early on in the process. Iodine though is going to help dry out all of those exterior parts of the skin. It should harden up and develop a sort of protective cocoon, a hardened skin, because it dehydrates all of those layers, and this wrap that we're putting on will help that. Any bacteria or anything that's living within the outer layers of the skin will hold off with this salicylic acid. And whilst Derek wraps that cow's foot up, I begin routine trimming both of her front feet, which obviously doesn't take all that much. There is a little bit of overgrowth, so I reduce the height of both of her claws on this front right foot and the length before modelling both claws out using the grinder. And once that's done, I don't need the knife, so I can move straight on to her front left foot, which needs exactly the same treatment. We just need to reduce the height of both toes, then the length of both toes, and then finish up by modelling out both surfaces. And then we can move on to this back left foot, which again does not need all that much work, but she has got a couple of deep cuts towards the heel area of that outside claw, which I am slightly worried about. Most of them disappear with the grinder, and the knife's going to take care of the rest. Just a little bit there is going to disappear, and there'll be no remnants of it whatsoever. That lovely jubbly Peckham's finest. Who likes Only Fools and Horses? I still watch some of the clips. If you're in the States, you won't know what that is, but you should look it up. Only Fools and Horses. Genius. Right, all we need to do now is reduce the size of that huge dew claw, which is about 2 inches too long. My grinder makes short work of it, but I'm always scared that the cow flinches or jumps and my grinder goes into her heel. Touch wood, it hasn't happened yet, but if it did, it would be cataclysmic. Right. Let's see how she walks. I don't have very high hopes because that foot is so inflamed, but leaving the crush, she is using that lock, and she is walking slightly better than I saw her before this video started. So that is a result.